Hey there, coming at you with another California market report. This one for October 2023. Things are happening. It is crazy. If you have not been in the business for more than, say, 5 years, you have no idea what's about to happen. Here's what's about to happen. All of the stuff that used to work won't. You're going to have to go out and do things differently as a real estate agent to be able to thrive in this market. The good news is when you do those things, and I'll talk about three of those here in a short while, three specific things you can do to make an impact on your results this year and next year. When you do those things, you're going to get good results and you're going to thrive. So what's happening? Very briefly, you know the story, but let's just talk about it briefly. Rates are, of course, up at a level that they haven't been since the year 2000. I see those rates continuing to go up. I think that you'll see rates close to 8%. That's probably going to last until after the inauguration. We have at least a year of these kinds of interest rates. So what we need to do is be prepared for that. Make sure we attack the market in the way that it needs to be approached. Three things that you can do that make a big difference. First, hold houses open. It's old school. It works. People still come in. You still have an opportunity to connect with them. There's a special way to do that. If you want to know how to hold an open house that gets results, gets you leads, give us a shout, and one of our great business development professionals can help you with it. That being said, one of the tried and true tactics that you can use when you hold an open house, because as you know, of course, signs breed signs, meaning that when you have one listing in an area, it's very common that shortly thereafter, other listings come available in the same area. So you can take advantage of that, because one of the things that the old schoolers know is if you have a listing in a safe area, you go and knock a bunch of doors and get those neighbors interested in what it is that you're doing, and maybe have a conversation about selling their home or helping them buy another home. So knock doors, 25 to 50 doors around every single open house. Learn how to do an open house if you haven't had the experience to do it in a way that provides leads. There's definitely a way to do it. The second thing that is really important is to physically call those past customers. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them if they or someone they know might want to buy or sell real estate in the next 6 months. Great opportunity to make those connections and maybe even get a few leads out of it. And lastly, you've got a whole bunch of people that inquired about purchases. Maybe you bought some internet leads, whatever it is. You've got a lot of people that never closed with you and had a conversation with you about real estate. What a great time to reach back out to those folks, use that phone, have a conversation, and see if you can rekindle something. One thing that is not discussed so much right now, and we'll see in the data as it's released in October for the sales that occurred in September, is that although values are holding very steady and in some cases even increasing, the list price to sales price ratio is starting to shift. And now buyers have a little more power, so you can take advantage of that. I also wanted to mention one of the things that we're doing proactively at Castle Hill Mortgage is a two-part pricing situation where we're trying to make sure that your buyers get the best possible value. So for example, we have our second opinion pricing where if a buyer comes into you and they already have a lender, send them our way anyway, and we'll give them a second opinion on the rate. Chances are we are going to beat and or match that rate in every single case. We don't do that with jumbo loans. Jumbo loans really are best served if they're very clean jumbo transaction. Honestly, the retail banks are the ones that are providing those mortgages right now, and they're providing them at a very aggressive price because they want deposits. So the truth is if it's jumbo loan, that retail banking platform most of the time is going to be the better option for your borrower. That's a very clean borrower. But the other thing that's really important for you guys to know is we are 100% committed to no worry pricing. When you send someone to us, we're going to be at the low part of the pricing curve. And if they bring in a price from anyone else or see a price before they lock, we're going to give them that price or better. You have zero to worry about. We are helping those buyers get into these homes despite the rate climate. The last thing you've got to remember is those 2-1 buy downs. Those can be super helpful. 2-1 buy down, basically, there's a seller contribution allowed, 2% off the first year of the mortgage. So in other words, let's say rates are at 7.5%. Then in this case, they'd be paying at 5.5%. 1% off the second year of the mortgage for that buyer. So now it's at 6.5% for that second year. Great way to get those buyers in. And then, as we talked about, after the inauguration, as rates start to come down, we can refinance them and put them into a great mortgage. So those are some ways to combat a very, very challenging market. We can thrive. We can do it. I have faith in you.